Hi, good afternoon. My name is Kirk, and you are watching how to create a shared mailbox in Office 365. This video is entirely geared towards individuals that need to have a email account but want to avoid paying for the added subscription license, email license for Office 365. Uh, the feature works in terms of the shared mailbox is a container that holds email, and you are able to send on behalf of that email. However, it does require to have a valid email license already associated to that container. So in order for it to be able to send on behalf of or have full mailbox delegations to that the shared mailbox. Okay, I did go ahead and create a few already, but I will show you how the process actually works. Um, Now, you could log into the Office 365 by going to portal.office.com. There's quite a few websites that will still take you to the same location. So all you need to do is type portal.office.com, log in.office365.com, and then basically just sign in. Alrighty, now it will take you to the dashboard in Office 365. Now for the dashboard has all the icons for all the features that you have within your particular subscription or plan that you have. So if you have a business premium, I have an E5, so an E5 contains Power BI and CRM already embedded into the that subscription. You may have something entirely different, but nonetheless, it'll still be pretty much the same concept. You would still see your tiles, the one that's provisioned for your subscription, and that will reflect here. Also, there's two ways to go to the admin center, which is where you would need to go in order to make any changes in Office 365. One is in the upper left corner, and right here where you see the admin center, where all the tiles, the gray tile right here is where the admin center is. Go ahead and click on that, or you could choose it directly from down here in the icon. So the only reason I show you both sections is just in case it's not entirely showing up here. You could always go ahead and choose the other option to log into the admin center. So let's go in the admin center. So go ahead and click on it. It will route you directly into the admin center for Office 365. Now, anything email related, spam filters, spam protection, mailbox delegations, anything proprietary to email features and functionalities, specifically, it's going to be in the Exchange Admin Center. That's where everything is. Now, this is the Admin Center, the meat and potatoes, man, of Office 365. Everything entirely Office 365. So this is where all your settings, everything happens. This is where life comes to to meet Office 365 here. If you scroll down to the bottom of this icon, you see in the Admin Center there is a tab called Exchange. Go ahead and click on the Exchange tab. It's going to open in an entirely different window, an entirely different tab at the top, and that tab has all the Exchange features such as compliance management, permission rules, which is admin roles and stuff like that, mailbox policy, Outlook web app policy, recipient protection, mail flow, public folders, unified message, and stuff like hybrid. So this is where everything is that you would need to configure all your settings and features for Office 365, specifically Exchange. Now, uh, for a shared mailbox, there's two ways to access it: recipients, which is going to be over the subheading recipients, and shared. So once you click on shared, here is where you would find all the shared mailbox that you already created, or all the new ones that you want to go ahead and create. So you would click on the plus sign right here. The plus sign would open up all the the windows, the tabs and sections that you could fill out the information. The most important part on this section really is the email address and the users. This is the most important section on this entire page. All the other ones could change and deviate. We don't really care much about that section, but this user section is where everything is. This is where you're delegating an individual an actual license to be used as the delegated email address to send on behalf of this container that you're creating right now, because this email container it doesn't require a license. So obviously, only way to actually send is to have a valid email appended to it. Just to show you, I did go ahead and create black and blue and all the other ones. If I open up black, after you create yours and save, this will be the option after it appends itself down here. Um, Now, mailbox delegation. This is the section I was referring to when I said mailbox delegation, full access, and send as permission. Those are the two sections that you need to have that valid email appended to in order to have those full delegations to it. Um, but once you add all your information in the shared mailbox, the more option is only for aliases, just in case if you say black at viatechcorp.us and you wanted a blue at viatechcorp.us also with both emails within this same container. If blue was also an email, you could add that to it also. So anytime someone sends to blue at Viatech Corp, you also receive it in this container. That's where this alias portion comes in. But once you fill this out, and this is fairly simple, display name, anything you would like, the email that you would like it to have, and you add the mailbox delegator, and then just basically append it here. Once you added the section, choose add and choose OK, and it just basically appends itself here in this section, shared mailbox user, as you could see. Once you hit save, it creates the mailbox right here. Now, the only thing you need to check is what I mentioned before, is the mailbox delegation. Make sure yourself or the delegator that you added in the previous section is in both sections, full access and send as permission. Here is where you would put the email alias again. So if you didn't get a chance and you finally wanted to add a second email, you could go ahead and add. It has to be a lowercase SMTP, because the capital SMTP, uppercase SMTP is predominantly for primary mailbox. So this is the actual email that is for this container. Once that is set, the only thing that's needed is to basically log in to your email. So you could go ahead. Remember, I said it's entirely a different tab because it's the Exchange Admin Center and everything. You could go ahead. You could close out of the Exchange section and go back to the main dashboard. Now click on the tiles in the top left and go to mail, because that email was already configured, so you shouldn't have any issues. Now this is how it actually looks here when you first signed in with the folders and stuff. Choose the drop down for the folders, and then when that comes up, choose the drop down for the more section. Now you're able to see everything here inclusive in the mail section and everything. Right click on your name. The name, mine in this instance says Kirk Booth. Right click on it and choose add shared folder. Again, let's cancel. Right click on the name and choose add shared folders. So I would add shared folders, and this is where you would add that container you just created. In my case, it's called black at viatechcorp.us. So I would just basically choose the black at viatechcorp.us, and once I click on the black.viatechcorp and choose add, it basically appends itself right here as black at viatechcorp.us. Now it takes a while to actually provision, and you are able to see that email. Right? I did go ahead and send a test email from my main email to that email just to ensure that it was actually working. You could also do the same just to verify and see if it actually works. To open this mailbox, if say you didn't want to have it appended to your Outlook profile, you just want to have access to that email, you'd basically choose open another account, because in OWA you aren't able to actually send on behalf of that shared mailbox like that until it's fully provisioned. So in order to send email from that shared mailbox, you would have to open that mailbox basically. So in my case, I'm going to open the black at viatechcorp.us. It's going to go ahead and try to provision and open that black at viatechcorp.us. Now, you could always send an email, and when you send an email, I'm going to send it to who? Who should I send it to? Let's see, Kirk. Let's send it to myself, just as for giggles. Or as a matter of fact, yes, let's send it to myself. Okay, and let's do test. Sorry, typing is one of my greatest accomplishments. Sorry, typing is one of my greatest constants. Sorry, typing is one of my greatest. It's just an old joke I learned. Alright, so test. And on the test email, we're going to go ahead and send. Now, see how we send. We didn't create a license for the shared mailbox at all, but it did in fact send, right? So here's the black email, and this is the Kirk Booth. This is my email for this account, kirkbooth@viatechcorp.us. I did send it from the black at Viatech Corp, and as you see, there's the email, black at Viatech Corp. Just received the email from black, and it's a test. That's the email that I just received. Reply. I could reply an email back to the black, and you would see test R, and the test R is sent, and it should then reflect on the black side also, as I mentioned right here. There we go, test R. And that is actually how to create the shared mailbox and send from that shared mailbox. Thank you for watching. I will be going and creating additional videos pertaining to public folders and everything Office 365 from this point on. So like and subscribe. Thank you again, and you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.